I'm out and about, up in the hills. Halloween, 31st of October. I've got about a mile and a half to walk. There's probably about an hour of sunset left, so I should be alright. Just having a brew before I set off. Clear blue skies. Might be a frost tonight. I brought some chemical hand warmers to throw in my rucksack, so that'll keep me nice and warm. Just got to put up with 12-14 hours in the tent on my own. Well, not on my own. Where's the dog? Millie, where are you? Come here. Here she comes. Me, the dog, and all the spooky ghosts up on the hills. See you shortly. Just set off from the car and I've come across what appears to be a badger's hole. Whatever it is, it's got bloody strong arms. Dig all this lot out. Like a mini excavator. Hey Millie, what's that down that hole? What's down? Look, see. Look, see. Not interested? Oh, not going down there. Spooky. Yeah. Well, I've gone from being super lightweight to super heavyweight. This rucksack weighs a ton. I'm not careful, I'm going to tip over. I don't know why it's suddenly got so heavy, but it has. Probably due to the fact that I haven't been out for 5 weeks. Been busy at home, moving my father from one house to another, and all that entails. The weather's been a bit crappy really, so it's been a bit busy and lack of opportunity and lack of decent weather. But we're out now. Show you the path ahead. Path ahead. Weather forecast is for cloudy day tomorrow. Well, hopefully won't have much of a frost. I imagine I've been here up here today on Halloween. Might get some trick-or-treaters knocking on my tent. Haven't brought any toffee. Ooh. This rucksack. Have a look at the size of it. It's enormous. Bought it years ago. Never used it. I did think I might sell it, but it sat under the stairs for ages. So I thought, may as well give it a try. It weighs more than the tent. It's supposed to be waterproof, so might be alright if it rains. Sheep, crows, and very little else up here. Actually quite cold. My hands are cold. So that's the dog full of muck. Be careful here. Don't want to go flying. Oh, it's good to be out. It's Good to be out, cooped up in the bloody house, staring at the iPad. Another holiday this year. But let's put that right, we're going on a cruise in December. Just at the same time as the election. Excellent. Right. See how we get on. Right, well, got my tent up in the dark. I put it up the wrong way around to start. So I need to unload it all and go outside and move it around. And it's still not perfect, but it'll just have to do. The wind's got up a little bit. I'm just trying to cook my dinner. Having bangers and mash tonight. The tent's a really typical disaster area. Stuff everywhere. I've had to put a big brick. I've had to put a big brick inside the awning porch so that I don't set fire to the grass. Dog's fast asleep, almost, but it's a little dead. The inside of the tent is like a bloody, well, something not quite right, but I can't work out what it is. It's absolutely pitch black out there. Absolutely pitch black. But it's not cold. Bangers and mash, mashed potatoes, marrowfat peas, butter and sausages. So I'll let you have a look at that when it's cooked. That's the sausages on. I'm having to use extreme gas tonight because it's a bit chilly. Otherwise I'll not be eating anything. And I think this can's almost empty. So could be having raw sausages. I've no windbreak. That's not helping. Turn it up. No, it's not going to last, is that? What we're going to do here. Oh, just have to hope for the best, and if not, if no else, we'll just have to have mashed potatoes. I've got a bottle of wine in there somewhere, so that'll help us sleep. You always forget something when you're camping, don't you? Emily, you always forget something when you're camping. Something always goes wrong. I was just bloody cursing myself because I thought I'd left my lighter at home, but then I found it in my first aid kit. Right, if them get cooked, I'll let you have a... Because it's Halloween, I'm having monster mash. He did the mash, he did the monster mash. And also because it's nearly Guy Fawkes night, we're having bangers. Very topical. Oh well, we're going to lose the good job here. We keep shaking the tin. Cooking nicely now, that. All the fat's coming out. So I think they'll be cooked, alright. Shaking that tin, shaking it on up here, boss. Yeah, bloody miracle, it don't bloody fall over this bloody pan. And to go with it, we've got some marrowfat peas. Yee-hee! Proper dinner. I've run out of pans, so I'm having to cook the peas. I'm having to cook the peas in the frying pan. Fried peas. Keep shaking the tin up here. Remarkably, I haven't really knocked it over. Looking alright. Starting a new craze. Fried peas. Oh, wow. I'm amazed this tin has lasted. Nothing in it. I have a taste, save the one. Oh. No, stone cold. Stone cold, get it? I don't mind my peas cold. It's because I used to take ages walking back from the chip shop, and by the time I got home they were always cold. Quite like them. Oh, that's better. Yep, they're hot. Right. I brought a plate, but I smashed it. So the whole lot is going to have to go in to there. Like that. What could be bloody nice, eh? Look at that. Proper camping dinner, that. Eat it right out, Millie. Well, you know what to say. Might have a dog and do dishes yourself. Okay. No, not that one. Not that one. That one. Oh, right. You know what to say? Might have a dog and do dishes yourself. She's partial to a bit of mash and peas. It'll be clean as a whistle, that, when she's finished. Absolutely spotless. Had a few dog hairs in it, but apart from that, they're ready to go again. Yeah, I like a dog that appreciates my cooking. Whew, bloody hell, I'm full up. I've got a bottle of wine to go through yet. How am I going to manage? Well, I suppose I better have a tidy up. It looks like a bomb's hit it. The storm was handy. Kept the grass from catching fire and consequently the tent from going up and etc, etc. So the lightweight boots, I've given them another chance. I've had to wear some waterproof socks with them. Oh, they just leak like a bloody safe smell. I've given them another chance. Hello? What's to do? Don't you like my cooking? She's come up for air. Not often she does that. Ah, she's getting into it now. Good girl. Well, good morning. Wasn't a very spooky night, but it was a very wet night. Every time I woke up, near the rain on the tent. Let's see what it's doing out here. Oh, yeah. Look at that. The morning after, the night before. Oh dear. Look at the old weather. Oh, the weather. The weather is being weather. I lost a couple of tent pegs in the dark, so I've had to borrow a bit of the cairn. Fasten the tent down. There's the broken plate that the storm landed on. There's the dog's dish, stroke pan, and there is the view. I think I'll get a brew on, so I can come round a bit. That's the brew on. Actually, once you get out of the sleeping bag, you realise how cold it is. Try and shake the last few drops out of this can. thought it was probably the most unpleasant camp I've done. That. I've been lucky these last 18 months with the weather, but today I'm going to have to pack up in the rain with some greasy pans, wet boots and a wet tent. Fortunately, I've only got 1.5 miles to go to the car. But I've done it. 18 continuous months. Well, camped every month at least once for 18 months. And I've basically used the same gear all the time. Apart from a couple of times when I used that lightweight tent, which was bloody useless. So I suppose you could say I'm quite pleased with the gear I've got. Kettle's boiling, time for a brew. Oh yeah. When you watch these videos on YouTube and then you look at your own videos, you think, oh, mine are basically crap. I'm not surprised nobody watches them. But a lot of the videos I like to watch it usually involves somebody sat on a log with a fire, cooking the dinner, and got a camera, usually quite, well, more expensive than what I've got, sat on a tripod with a microphone with like a little fur ball around it. And they're good videos to watch, but wild camping, really, it's not as romantic as that. This is the reality of wild camping. Wind blowing, stuff strewn everywhere. Underneath this sleeping bag is a dog snoring its head off. So this is much more. This is much more the reality of wild camping. Oh dear, tent flapping in your face. Can't get comfortable. Arthritic bones aching. But I enjoy it. It's fun. It's like a challenge. Particularly this time of year. You never seem to have the right, bloody hell. You never seem to have the right gear. You just end up carrying more and more bloody stuff. And none of it seems to make any damn difference. So I'll carry on watching the YouTube videos. And just have to realise that that's never going to be me. What you see here is what you get with me. A tent put up wrong. You know. I don't know what the hell I've done wrong, but it's all to cock. Stuff strewn all over the place. Knees aching. Hair uncombed. Teeth unwashed. Piss bottle full. Wind blowing. grey, low cloud, wet boots, greasy pants. I asked my wife if she wanted to come tonight. She said no thank you. I don't blame her. Who'd put up with this? Eh? Who would put up with this bloody rubbish? I stayed in a fancy hotel the other week, cost £220 bed and breakfast. And here I am, in a 60 quid tent, in the rain. Trying to make an entertaining video out of it. Oh well. November to look forward to. Will I make it to the top of Great Gable this year? It'll be my 8th time, I think. 8, 7, well, maybe 8th time if I get there. Everybody else has stopped going. I'm finding it harder and harder. I'm finding it harder and harder to climb hills. I feel like I should go. And I'll be disappointed in myself if I don't go. But there will come a time when I don't go. And what will it really matter? To tell somebody. I met a guy the other year. It was his 20th time of going consecutive. And he'd had to give up. He gave up on Green Gable because the weather was so atrocious. Like, it must have taken a lot. Must have taken a lot for him to go 20 times and to have to turn back on Green Gable. And the rest of his friends carried on, I think. He said they were staying in a bunkhouse. I think the rest of his friends carried on. So I don't know how he felt, knowing that he got beaten back. The weather was atrocious. But I think he was old. He was older than me, believe it or not. I don't know whether he went back the year after. They do a less strenuous one. You can go to Castle Crag, which is not as strenuous a walk. Now, I don't know how many people it can fit on top. Great Gable, you can fit 1,000 people on top easily. So perhaps you'll go to Castle Crag instead. I'll have to buy a poppy. I can leave it on top if I go. Who knows? Who knows what will happen in the next 2 weeks? I don't. I guess I'll get there if I can. But I have a feeling it's going to be my last time. Mainly because all my friends have stopped going. There's nothing to spur you on when you're on your own. Because when you actually get there, you can't hear the sermon. You can't get to the plaque. There's just too many people. You normally just hang around for 35, 45 minutes, getting cold, and then everybody piles off. So it's not, it's a, you might say, is it worth the effort? Well, a lot of people did it last year, on the 100th anniversary. I don't know how many people do it time and time again. Some people just say, oh, I've always wanted to do that, and they probably just do it once. Perhaps that's enough. You never know. Maybe somebody will get in touch with me and want to do it. Give me a bit of a spare. It's difficult if you don't travel together in a car. If I've arranged to meet people there in the past, and you just can't find them. There's that many people leaving Honister Slate Mine. There's that many cars and that many people, and everybody's dressed the same, really. Quite often with their hoods up. And if you miss somebody, then that's it. You're just not gonna. You're highly unlikely to see them again. And they're highly unlikely to see you, even though usually have a dog with me. But I was there last year, and from the photographs my friend took, I don't think I was more than 25 yards from him on the top. But, and he had his dogs with him, and I never saw him. It's not like you can stand there shouting people's names, is it? And think you're a bloody lunatic. And invariably it's that cold. You don't want to start messing around getting your mobile phone out, ringing people. A bit disrespectful, really, isn't it? Somebody's mobile phone going off at the middle of a sermon. Huh? There'll be a lot of eyes looking at you. And you're probably fumbling with your phone, trying to switch it off and drop it and smash it on the rocks. So, mobile phones are out. There was one guy there last year. He was easy to spot. He was carrying a fridge on his back, and it had beers in it as well. I don't think I go to that extent. So, if I do go, it's more than likely going to be on my own. And if the weather forecast is bad, bloody hell. Oh, that's a dog snoring. So anyway, maybe I'll be on Great Gable 2 weeks time, maybe not. In the meantime, see you later. Something that's just come to mind, thinking about Great Gable and things like that. I'm just led here, drinking my coffee, and I was thinking about Coop. Does anybody remember Coop from Three Peaks? I remember I watched the first episode about it's about an FBI agent going to this place called Three Peaks to investigate a crime. I don't know what it was, disappearance or a murder, probably. And he was driving along in his car, and he came to this hotel up in the mountains, surrounded by pine trees. And it was a bit misty, and that's the dog snoring. A bit misty. And he went into the hotel, and he went to the bar, whatever, inside. and he sat at the table, and the waitress came over with some coffee. She started asking him, she started passing the time of day with him. And he drank his coffee like this. And he said, "That's a damn fine cup of joe. And this is also a damn fine cup of joe." So that's my tribute to Three Peaks. You probably can't hear me for the wind, but this is what we've woken up to this morning. Strong wind, mist, low cloud, greyness, but it's still quite beautiful despite all that. I expect the guys who built that wall know all about the weather up here. Turning into the wind now. The dog has just got up. She's having a look around. See if there's any more pans to lick. There's my tent in the wind. I don't see, can't just see where I've put it up wrong, but the inner's certainly altar cock. Oh, maybe that's where I've gone wrong there, that's not straight. Maybe rocks, tie down rock. That's the direction we're heading, into the mist. Hopefully I won't get lost. Nobody around, just a few sheep. And that is the Lake District in November. Right, back at the car now. Just had a bit of breakfast, glass of milk. That's another wild camp ticked off. I'll give you the view out the front window. You can see what a crappy day it is. Make my way home now, about 70 miles to go. And I can get all my stuff dried off, etc, etc. So that's another successful wild camp. Looking forward to the next one already. Until then, we'll see you later. Say goodbye, Millie. Say goodbye. She's shivering. Right, that's it. I'm off. Just film the road ahead. Gotta watch out here. Potholes here, they're like bloody bomb craters. It's 20 to 10. So I've actually had a longer lie-in than what I get at home. Headlights on, glasses on, next stop, home sweet home. Watch out for craters, bloody hell, bangers. Whoa, Nelly. Bloody hell, bangers. Stay to this. Whee! I'll leave the camera running until the battery runs out. And you can see what we're up to. Play a bit of music over this bit. No, has it gone? No, it's still running. Probably play a bit of music over this bit. There are one or two passing points in case Mr. Farmer comes hurtling down. Oh yeah. imagine living up here. Crikey. It's just a different life altogether, isn't it, up here? Can't be. You can't say, well, I don't feel so well this morning. Can't ring in sick when you work up here. Not sure if it's still running or not. It's cattle grid. Let's turn it round, see if it's still running. Yeah, we're still going. Whee! The cattle grid. Does it give you a thrill? Woo! Sign here. If you can read that, you've got good eyes. Got to crane your neck, keeping an eye out for the farmer. Won't want to bloody stop and let me go past. Down we go. Don't think we're only 2 miles from the M6.